just up the road from me, in North London, Spurs.
Oh my God!
Are having their open top bus parade. It should finish soon, actually. Starting at 5:30.
Yeah,
all the surrounding roads around there are blocked off. They started in Edmonton and they moved up to their ground in Tottenham. I heard they were expecting between 150 and 170,000 people, which is a lot of people, man. And in case anybody's been living under a rock, the reason why they're having an open top bus parade is that on Wednesday, Tottenham beat Man United in the final of the Europa League to win their first trophy in 17 years, their first European trophy in over 40 years. So great for them if you're a Spurs fan. But what if you're an Arsenal fan? How does that make you feel? What does that mean to you? So let's start with my boy Stricto. Stricto, I mean, I've got to say it, bro. It was a terrible final. It was a terrible watch. Quality was really poor. But having said that, Spurs winning, man, that did not give me a good feeling. I've got to admit. I've got to admit, in the Jamaica they say you're bad mind. I was bad minded. You know what I mean? Now there's a school of thought to say that some people are not that bothered because it's like, yeah, Tottenham, they won, so what? It's only the Europa League, blah blah blah. But for me, I didn't want to see them win nothing. But Stricto, how did you feel about it?
Honestly, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I know Qualms was saying that, he's probably you're around North London, Qualms, yeah?
No, bro, I'm in East, but I usually get a trim in North.
Okay,
so
you're around that area, innit? So
yeah. I was bumping into them.
I said this yesterday on Dan Potts' show yesterday. I said, look, I'm from South London, yeah? I grew up around Man United fans. Yeah? And whenever Arsenal lose, my phone is always ringing. And guess who's calling? Man United fans. You know what I'm saying? Like outside of this whole content creating world, I don't know any Tottenham fan. So
that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
I don't care about Tottenham. Like, I know historically my club has, they're meant to be our rivals. But for me, in my own personal, everyday sort of like interactions with football fans, is mainly United fans. I grew up in the era of Sir Alex Ferguson, Howard Webb, and all those guys from Man United. And we had Wenger, Vieira, and no FA helps. So my enemy, my natural enemy is always Man United. But I get it, the club's natural enemy is Tottenham. But I don't really see how I do with Man United. So for me, I'm looking at it as I'm laughing at Man United more than I'm feeling any way about Arsenal. Do you understand? Because at the end of the day, both clubs only qualified for the Europa League because of their woeful position in the league the season before. So if there was anyone that's gonna get bantered, anyone I should pull away is Man United fans. It's not Arsenal fans, bro. We unfortunately had to play a PSG side that had Doué, Dembele, and Donnarumma, who was crazy. United only had to face Vicario
and them, man. Yeah.
It's not the same competition. Like it can't move me. It's not the same competition. Yes, they get a free ride into the Champions League, but let's be honest. Their season, 21 defeats in one season. You can't tell me they've had a good season. Yes, I know trophies is the barometer of a season, but also trophies can paper over the crack. We've seen it with when what's his name? Eric Ten Hag won it with United. What happened next? The following season, he got sacked. So let's not look at it like sometimes trophies are the markers of a success. They can be, but there's also another side to it. They can also cover the cracks. So I don't really feel a way that Tottenham have won a trophy. I really don't. If Man United have won it, then maybe I'd have been getting the 99 missed calls that I got the other day from them, man.
So what about the fact that we haven't won a trophy this season? And it's been, let's be honest, we can all admit this. Our season has had a few highlights, notably the Champions League wins, especially the Real Madrid putting them out. We had a couple of good wins in Premier League, the 5-1 stuff in the City, things like that. But let's be honest, man, we've not come close to winning a trophy. So, it's been disappointing in that regard. And then to see them, man, from down the road who haven't won a trophy for 17 years, rock up and win the Europa League, it must have felt away. What about, let's ask my boy Quams. You must have felt away seeing them man with a trophy.
Yeah. I mean, I get what Stricter is saying. I guess because I'm closer to North, and obviously I know a lot of Tottenham fans, so it's not even like they were messaging me because it was, to be honest, as we said, like the quality of the final was poor. Like let's be real. Spurs fans can't come out and say, you know, like they earned it or they played good football. It was just one of those things where by chance 2 English teams that have been doing really poor in the Premier League managed to get into a final. And on the night when I watched it, of course, I was a bit like, man, like these are going to be getting onto us. But then when I actually took a step back and I thought about it, I said, look, at the end of the day, where would I rather be as a whole, as a club? I think it would have hurt more if maybe we was in the Europa League ourselves and we got knocked out of it and then Spurs went on to win it. But, you know, we've got bigger, as Robbie would say, bigger fish to fry. We're trying to compete at the highest level. And I guess with the Europa League, it's kind of fallen, or, you know, it's not at the same caliber as maybe it once was. But at the end of the day, Spurs still, they managed to do something. They managed to get a trophy. And at the end of the day, that is, to me, that is how success is measured nowadays. It's a shame because obviously, like the real football fans, the ones with their head screwed on, they can look at it and say, you know what, Arteta's done well with the injuries that he's had this season. We've had to play with some key men out of the season for the majority of it. But other managers have had to do it. Ange had to do it without Kolosevsky and Maddison, and they managed to still lift a trophy. But yeah, no, it's not. It's funny because it doesn't sting as I thought it would. But I guess it's just like your little brother beating you in a race. You know what I mean? Like just one of those off chances. But when it comes to the real deal, like in the Premier League or the Champions League, that's where I feel like we have to flourish now. We have to. If anything, this is just a little slap in the face or a little reminder to the board as well as the team and the whole club that the boys down the road, they've got something now. We need to come back stronger next season so we can eradicate this whole parade that they're doing right now.
Yeah, Stricter, that is a very good point. Do you not think that the fact that Tottenham, let's face it, you said it yourself, they've been poor all season, 21 losses, you know, finishing 16th, 17th, wherever it is.
Yeah.
Right. So they've won a trophy and we haven't. Do you think that puts more pressure on Arsenal, in particular Mikel Arteta, for next season?
No, I don't think that should put pressure. I think the pressure should always be there. That's how it should be. It shouldn't be because our local rivals are winning trophies and then all of a sudden we need to start winning. No, we should be winning. We should have that pressure every season, every time. We're supposed.
No, but what I'm saying is, do you not think it's more pressure for next season, given that Tottenham have won a trophy? And like you said,
Rory, the pressure should always be there. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. We're a big club. We're a very big club.
Always be there. And I keep harping on the fact that we as fans, we as match-going fans that spend thousands and thousands of pounds in fact, it's more pressure on us. Do you know what I'm saying? We're the one putting in and not getting nothing. So it's the pressure should always be there. It shouldn't be because Tottenham have won something or Chelsea have won something or whatever club. We should be always keeping the standard to please, to satisfy the fans worldwide. We've gone five seasons without a trophy. Well and truly, you can say 8 because we didn't really get to see the COVID one for the obvious reasons. So that the pressure should always be at the start of the season. Players, managers, board, their pressure is to deliver for the fans. That's what it should be.